there's a new trend emerging on Airbnb. Traveling remote workers. And these are guests who are working from home, but they're looking for a change of scenery for a workation, and they're using Airbnb to do it. Is your home equipped and ready to welcome a guest on a working vacation? Keep watching to uncover exactly what's involved. Welcome to another episode of Airbnb Uncovered. I'm Matt, the creator of AirbnbUncovered.com and Airbnb Superhost. On this channel, I uncover some of the best kept hosting secrets, as well as share with you everything that I've ever learned after hosting over 3,000 guests. My tips, tricks, and best practices are all focused on helping new hosts earn more revenue, attract the best guests, and achieve Superhost status faster. So if you're new to hosting on Airbnb, this is the right channel for you. According to Airbnb's data, there's a new trend emerging on the site. People who are able to work from home and who are looking to travel to new places to do it from. A sort of workation, if you will. Airbnb says that the number of guests who are mentioning remote working in their reviews has tripled from about a year ago. Some of these working vacation guests are dubbed digital nomads, and these guests are basically packing up their belongings to live and work in different places for extended periods of time, moving from Airbnb to Airbnb to Airbnb, ideally. In my opinion, these are great guests, the exact kinds of guests that you want to attract to your listing. As of late, I'm seeing some requests from these exact types of guests too. Some of the cases have been pretty much this: a guest who is able to work from home and is traveling for a few months at a time. In other instances, I've had some shorter stays, and they've been from guests who are coming for in-person work, but since Canada requires a 14-day isolation period for anyone entering Canada, these reservations have lasted maybe 3 to 4 weeks. So it's 14 days of self-isolation, and then a couple weeks or a week for the in-person meetings. Question: have you hosted guests who are traveling and working remotely? Let me know in the comments below. So how do you make your listing appeal to guests on a workation? Let's do a quick review of the top amenities that these guests are looking for. The number one item live and work from home guests are looking for is fast Wi-Fi. And you can't blame them. Who wants to take a Zoom call that buffers for the entire time? One easy way to showcase your fast Wi-Fi is to perform a speed test, screen capture the result, and then post it to your listing. And make doubly sure that you have Wi-Fi selected as one of your amenities. The second most important amenity, according to Airbnb, is to allow pets. While I generally don't allow pets in my listings, given the circumstances of the global illness, I'm now open to it. But the truth about hosting pets is that you need to do an even more thorough cleaning after the guest has checked out. So to compensate for this, I recommend either adding a nightly charge for the furry friend or increasing your one-time cleaning fee. Just make sure to note these charges in your house rules, otherwise you'd be violating the Airbnb terms of service. Third, and pretty obvious, is a workspace. But it's worth mentioning because even though all my listings have a workspace and it's shown in the pictures on my listing, I still field questions about it. So make sure that you've pictures posted of your workspace. And what to do if you don't have a workspace? Check out IKEA or browse online classifieds like Kijiji or Craigslist, and then equip your workspace with a lamp, a power bar, because nobody likes trying to find enough plugs to power all their devices, and complete it with a comfy chair and you're all set. Based on my experience and the data from Airbnb, most often workation travelers are looking for what I'll call a medium-term stay, and that's for a month or a little longer. And I know that sometimes allowing reservations of this length of time can cause pause for some hosts because it opens them up to normal tenancy laws. And in this case, I recommend that you vet your guests very thoroughly. If your guest is truly a digital nomad, then you'll have no issue and your guests will be off to their next destination on checkout. And for that reason, I think that you should still set your calendar to accept reservations for up to 60 days in length. But not to worry. If you have instant booking on, then you can cancel penalty-free up to 4 times a year if you're not comfortable with a guest. And in many instances, you don't even have to go that far to be able to cancel the reservation penalty-free. All you have to do is select COVID-19 concerns as your reason in the cancellation screens. If you have instant booking off or you're dealing with a guest who doesn't meet your instant booking criteria, then you can still get your guest to rescind their request. So there's really no risk to setting your calendar to allow reservations that are at least 60 days in length. The last and probably the most important aspect of hosting a traveling worker is to ensure that your home is guest ready, fully cleaned, and that it's sanitized. This is obviously of prime importance to these types of guests. I mean, what's the point of traveling to experience a change of scenery only to spend the first 2 weeks in bed sick as a dog? Knowing exactly how to clean and sanitize without spending all day doing it or investing in ridiculously expensive fog machines has become a must-have skill for hosting during the global illness. As is knowing how to set up your home to reduce the spread. And I've been hard at work developing and testing an approach to hosting that keeps me, my guests, safe while earning higher revenues. I'll be sharing them in the coming weeks, so please stay tuned. A big part of running a profitable hosting business is staying on top of emerging trends and taking advantage of them as well. Hosting traveling remote workers or workations is a great example of this. They are generally some of the best guests out there. Respectful, clean, and they're worried about their Airbnb rating since they want to keep traveling and keep staying in Airbnbs. My goal in creating this channel was to share what I've learned after hosting over 3,000 guests, giving you a rare glimpse into what a successful, responsible, multi-listing hosting business looks like from the inside. If you took something of value from this video, then please give it a thumbs up and rate it highly if you're asked. If you're not already subscribed, then please do so and click on the notification bell so that you won't miss out on any of my upcoming videos. I've got over 30 other videos on my channel that uncover more tips, tricks, and best practices for new Airbnb hosts, and I hope that you'll check them out too. Until next week, bye for now.